Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. How you doing today? I hope you're well. And we're going to continue our Ghost Recon Breakpoint kind of weapons guide. I'm going to deep dive into some of my go-to weapons, some of my favourite weapons and loadouts that I use pretty much all the time in the game. I'm a fairly high level now, so I have had a lot of time to play around with weapons. Let's see what's in the weapons bag today. Let's do this! Okay, so we're going to go through the weapons that I generally use for the game. We'll go through by category, so we'll start with assault rifles and work through. I'll show you weapons that you can find in the environment, pick them up, buy them in the shop, etc. And then I'll show you an alternative, which is a mission reward weapon as well. And I might show you a few of those. One thing I wish the Ghost Recon Breakpoint did have was some kind of storage facility, locker, I don't know, bin, whatever. Because as you'll see, I've got a heap of guns that I'm just carrying around. Luckily, we have no actual limit on what we can carry around. It doesn't seem so. So it's just painful if you need to swap to a weapon quickly. Finding it can be a bit of a pain, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to start with a VHSD2 assault rifle first. Let me take that into Gunsmith so we can have a good look at it. This is a rifle that I picked up very early on in the game. Tried out a number of different assault rifles, and I keep coming back to this one. So I really do like this one. This is an elite version. As you can see, it has plus 30 range and plus 25 meters automatic marking. Now, once you get this weapon and you get the blueprint for it, you can remake it. And the only thing that will change are these two things. And sometimes it might give you a purple as opposed to an elite, etc., etc. So all the other stats generally stay the same. Now, the majority of the weapons I'm going to show you today have all been upgraded to max level, Mark 3. And so they are at full capacity. So if you get this weapon and it's not 27 damage, it's because you haven't upgraded it yet. That's the only reason. So, okay, so let's go through the stats of this and then I'll show you the attachments I generally run. So 27 damage, it's got a 750, has a rate of fire of 750 rounds per minute, a 50 ammo clip on it, 5.56 ammo, and a reload time of 3.50 seconds, which is it's okay, but it's not the quickest that you're going to see. Generally, and you'll see this loadout you'll see a lot. I'll go with standard barrel, so I can put a suppressor on and off. Extended magazines, you can see the muzzle is a suppressor. A patio times 3, which gives me minus 10% recoil horizontally. It makes me aiming 7% quicker, and it tightens up the shot spread by 10%. And then I just go with the panoramic red dot sight. So something to pay very, very close attention to, and it actually got me for a while there. And I bought the grenade launcher to play around with on the assault rifle recently. And I was getting frustrated because I bought it, and this has happened a number of times. I buy these attachments in the shop and I can't find them. They are actually there, and I'll show you where they are. So you can see we've got 5 different attachments there, but there is on this side here a little kind of band there, which kind of alerts you to the fact that there are actually more attachments down here. So make sure that you scroll all the way down on some of these guns, because there are other attachments. There's actually 7 on the AR. So I use the automatic single trigger. You do have the opportunity to put a burst in there if you want to. Up to you. And also the under barrel. Now this is where you see there's a whole heap of attachments that you might miss if you don't scroll down. So this is where this is the bullpup noob tube, if you like. There's a whole lot of different options here. So I am actually rocking, sorry, I forgot what it was, the STFG angled grip. So it really did frustrate me that I'd buy this stuff in the shop and couldn't find it. Well, that's where they are. And that gives me, 10% more quicker aiming speed, aiming down sight speed, and speed while aiming. So, just a little footnote there. Now, generally with my primary weapons, what I generally do is I have them unsilenced. So I use the sniper for long range and silenced, and then I'll go unsilenced with the primary in case I get into trouble. We're looking at an alternative weapon, a mission weapon that I would generally use. Now, I've been using the AK-74 a lot. If you want to see the review on both that and the Honey Badger, I'll leave a link about now so you can see that. So, I generally use this as my assault rifle. The alternative to it, though, is the Silver Stake Tactical, which you get as a mission reward. And let's hop into Gunsmith. So this has increased bonus with technical gauge is low. Not sure exactly what that means, but yeah, doesn't actually tell you what the bonus is. This has 37 damage, so it has a lot more damage. It's a slower fire rate at 450 rounds per minute. I don't think I can. Yeah, you can't put another. I haven't got the extended mags for this for some reason. Doesn't give you the option. In the last AR I had the extended mags. Doesn't give you the option. So some of these mission weapons you'll be limited to what you can put on them. Muzzle, of course, is a suppressor. Everything else. So I've got a slightly different sight on this one, which is this one here, which is a holographic sight, and you can see it pretty much gives you the same. Doesn't give you much benefit. It gives you close range sight, a little bit of magnification at extra range, and then with this one I go with the light foregrip, which gives me vertical recoil and speed while aiming, at the cost of a little bit less of a reload speed, which is 3.15, which is still quicker than the last AR that we showed you, and it reduces your horizontal recoil. So uses a 7.62 ammo, and it is a beast, absolute beast. Damage downrange is the thing, the reason I have this in my inventory. We're going to go to the secondary. I always run a sniper rifle, and I generally am always using as my sniper rifle, my silenced sniper rifle, the TAC 50. If you want me to run a series on where to find some of these weapons, I'm happy to do that. You can see this is a high-end purple weapon. It has plus 15 meters automatic marking and plus 20 range. 167 damage, 10 in the clip, which is an extended mag, 3.65 reload, and a 338 ammo. There isn't anything overly wonderful on this. Extended mag, of course, if you're going to put extended mag on, it's going to take you longer to reload, and it's going to affect your vertical recoil a little bit. Standard muzzle, so it has a suppressor. You can take the suppressor on and off. The T5X1 sight, which is the highest zoom you can get, and then a bipod. Get the horizontal recoil back, a little bit more range, a little less sway side to side. It just takes a little longer to aim in with that. So that's how I have my TAC 50 set up. The mission weapon that I would use as an alternative to this is, I have to find it, there is Zatava. And you would have seen me take down a behemoth with this particular weapon here. The only difference is it has no silencer on it. You can see the damage is the same as TAC 50. Everything is pretty much much slower reload speed, but apart from that, and it also ignores enemy armor. This thing is a beast. Even though it says 167 damage, it actually one-shots people because it ignores enemy armor. Fantastic sniper, but it's loud, so you're going to get spotted if you use that, and it's the only difference from the TAC 50. Okay, on to SMGs. One of my favourite SMGs in the game is the Scorpion Evo Close Quarter Combat, Evo 3 Close Quarter Combat SMG. This is a beast. Plus 30% handling on this elite, plus 30 mobility. It has only 23 damage, but the thing is the fire rate. The fire rate is 1150 rounds per minute, which is huge. It's very, very quick. I've got extended mags on, so after a 50 round clip, 9mm ammo and a 2.4 reload. Very quick reload on this thing. It is a beast. Even the Scorpion Evo 3 without the close quarters combat version is just insane. Absolutely insane. I like it in the black. I actually like it in the black. Oh, sorry about that. As you can see, extended mag, standard muzzle, all the usual suspects except the TAC light stock, which gives me increased aim down sight time. And again, auto burst trigger, and I have the AFG2 angled foregrip, which gives me a 10% quicker aim down sight time and helps my vertical recoil. Pretty well balanced SMG. The mission version of this, I guess, is, see, I got the MP5, which I got from Ubisoft Club, but my new favourite is the Honey Badger. No doubt in this. This thing is a fantastic gun. If you want to see a I'm not going to do a detailed breakdown on this because I've already done it in the game guide that I did, the weapon guide for the DLC. Fantastic. I used the Honey Badger in Call of Duty Ghost and loved it, and I still like it. Honorary mention, and something I'm playing around with at the moment, is the Honey Badger, and you can see I'm quite close to getting this to level 3. One more to go, and this is on reload speed. 24 damage, 1200 rate, fire rate per minute. We probably need to put extended mags on this. Yep, there we go, up to 50. So it's a very fast firing. 2.6 reload, 45 ammo. It's just a beast. The only thing that you're going to have to worry about in this particular gun, though, is I would think the vertical recoil will be pretty bad, so you have to manage that. You can see with the Vector I have an auto burst trigger on, and the under barrel rail I actually haven't got anything equipped, so let's very quickly put something on here. And again, it's a case of balancing your kind of play style with what you need. I think because it has a lot of vertical recoil, I'm going to put that one on. There we go. Nice. That should help a lot to control the recoil on this gun. A little bit carefully. But yeah, this thing is nuts. So final, last gun that I have in the inventory, obviously we got a few more there that we played around with a few guns, but the only other one I really do play with or use regularly is the Stoner LMG. This has 38 damage, it has plus 20 handling, plus 20 range, 38 damage, 750 rounds per minute, 100 ammo clip, and that's a standard magazine. You don't really need any more than that, to be honest. 5.56 ammo. There is the downside to having any LMG in the game, is it's got a 7-second reload speed. Takes about 3 days to reload, and yeah, it slows you down when you're running. The aiming is not too bad with it, in actual fact. Aiming down sight is pretty good. I do have a rail attachment that lets me aim in a lot quicker. I'm using the Comp M4 sight on it and the grip pod, just to help with the recoil. I found this in Wildlands and I found this in Breakpoint, that the LMGs do tend to have a lot of vertical recoil. So any attachment you can put on this gun to help with that vertical recoil, I'd suggest you do it. And yeah, that's pretty much the guns that I use on a regular basis. Now, I want to show you the Desert Eagle, and I want to talk to you about a blueprints a little bit further. So, always use the Desert Eagle as my gun, my pistol. Reason I do that is it's got such a lot of damage on it, 68 damage. It's got a 338 ammo, loads pretty quickly at 2.5 seconds. And yeah, this is just a beast. With this particular model, you can see I've got plus 10 reload speed and 12% extra damage to drones, and I'm using our favorite attachment on it. You don't actually get too many things that you can put on this gun in actual fact on the pistols. Now, you can see I've got the Elite version. It has these two things. When you make a new one of these, what might happen is that you might get something like this. So you can see those, all the stats are the same. The only difference is that, we'll get this into Gunsmith so you can see it a little bit better. You can see these two have changed. Obviously the rarity of the gun has changed and these two have changed. So that's the only thing. If you're going to blueprint a gun to keep that up to the level that your character's at, then you're going to sacrifice some of the attributes that it gives you, and that's generally why I'll leave these guns. See, that's 189. I like the attributes it's got on it. I'm not losing any damage on it, so there's no reason for me to upgrade that gun at all. So that's it, guys. That's why that's the guns that I generally use in my day-to-day kind of running around Aurora and killing people. So as I said, if you would like me to do a video with specific guns and where to find them and stuff, leave a comment down below. If there's anything else you want me to cover as far as guns go, leave a comment down below. Thanks for supporting the channel. A like rating's always appreciated, and we'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya.